taper. So the 35 goes easily. So my palatal is a 3504 gutta percha. The mesials and distals is a 3002, and I'm going to try it with a gutta percha because we don't have 3002 files. They should go down very easily because, as I said before, if your X piece to length, it should be a 3002, but let's try. We may have to go one or two more. It was 21, right? I'm a little short on the disto buckle. I'm good on the mesial buckle. So here's the mesial buckle 1. Yeah, it joins in there. Here is the mesial buckle 2, which also joins. So now I know that that's, let me take that out and get the mesial buckle 2 to length. I know that was the correct length. Okay. Then we get the others down as far as they'll go because all 3 buccal canals join at the apex. And now here is the... Now once I know actually that all 3 join at the apex, I'm going to take out the mesial buckle 1 and the disto buckle and just take my measurement with the mesial buckle 2, which is going to be my first file, first gutta percha point. Okay. All right, we'll take a radiograph and reassess and make adjustments after that. I've now used paper points to dry the canals, and you can see the palatal, the mesial buckle 2, and the mesial buckle 1 and disto buckle, which actually join into one canal. So it's a oblong-shaped canal at the moment with a, you can see where the connection is. So my mesial buckle 2 actually is the one that goes to the full length. That's the one I'm going to put in first after the palatal. And we will now show you how to use the cold hydraulic obturation. Okay, so again I use the bioceramic sealer, premixed sealer, and I just deposit sealer into the canal. Make very sure that you don't wedge the tip into the canal because then air will be pushed through the apex, and that can cause some sensitivity. Then we just deposit the sealer. And if you need to bend the tip, use an alcohol gauze. Just bend the tip to whatever shape you need. Here I'm depositing it into the mesial buckle 2. For this technique, you can never have enough sealer because the sealer is what is going to move into the irregularity. So then I take the tip and I add sealer, 21 for the palatal 20.5. And I get the sealer into the apical part and displace the air. So we go about 2 millimeters short of the working length, very slowly, and that will take the sealer down and replace the air. I do the same for the mesial buckle. And we're ready to go. Okay, so give me the palatal first. So now I even put sealer on the gutta percha. If I'm going to move it, I right at the top so I don't touch anything that's going into the canal. And then very gently place the gutta percha. Make sure it's seated well. Use hot tip cut it off, and then we use a plugger and pack it down to make sure that it's seated very, very well. This is the first one that I asked you, right? Okay. Now the mesial buckle 2, again I need to change the angle so I hold it very, very high so it's aseptic. Placed and pushed down as far as it'll go. No, not yet. And I'm going to use a thinner plugger actually. It's very, very narrow. Push that down into position. Now we'll use both at the same time. Now disto buckle. Mesial buckle 1 I use with the same orifice really, so put it in at the same time, otherwise I'll block it with the heat. Cut it off, pack it down. All right, we're good. Take that gutta percha. Now, one of the great advantages of the bioceramic is you can use as much water as you want. So now we clean everything up. There you see the palatal, mesial buckle 2, mesial buckle 1 and disto buckle. And now we're going to put the bonded resin to protect the orifices and make sure there's no coronal leakage before the final restoration is done. So first we use the acid. Almost done. Bond. Use a two-step bond. Cure that.